I see. So, instead of bringing me the new velvet robe that I wanted, along with the payment from the other portion of Fortune Avenue, you fail to bring me this, as well as seek an audience with the kingpin of Satin Road. Ma'am, you have to understand, the people have been getting a bit too uppity, and so it makes it a little hard for us mice people to, do our job. Then apply a little more brute force. I've given you everything and made your lives a lot more comfortable. I've given you the means to fulfill your job, yet why do you seek on disappointing me? Do you just enjoy seeing me unhappy? Because, I'm a lady, and I don't like getting upset. But when I'm upset, well, I'm afraid I just have to take desperate measures to ensure that people don't disappoint me again. Ma'am, you have to understand. I don't need your excuses. I expect results. Ma'am, wait, please. Help. Now then. Any more objections? Any more comments you all would like to make? No? All right. Then get back out there and I expect results. It's just simply impossible to find good help these days. Honestly. I don't see what the big problem is. I take care of them, I feed them, I provide them protection, and when I just want to apply a little culture to our back alley slums, this is the thanks I get. Those damned hounds. The moment I'm in charge of this entire city, they're going to be the first to go. What is it? Mom, it's, Clara. One of your muscle? Ah, yes, Clara. Come in. We found this stranger lingering near the alley. We think they might be a spy of some sort. Oh. A human. And potentially a spy. Well... Leave them here with me, Clara. I will personally deal with them accordingly. Yes, Mom. As you wish. Well. A human. What were you doing here on Fortune Avenue? What brings you here? Come now. Don't be shy. I don't bite. Not hard, anyway. I see. So, you were on your way to the casino and you ended up losing your way. You don't look like you have a lot of money on you. No offense, though you are somewhat pleasing to the eyes. Who am I? Don't you know? I have to do more clearly to extend my reputation outside the hovels of this back alley I call home. But I am Madame Gianna La Rocca. I am the queen pin of the Silk Glove Gang, and you do well to remember that, human. Especially since now you're in my territory. I could easily have you drawn and quartered if I really wanted to. You don't seem to have any signets indicating you belong to another gang. That simply just means you're fresh meat. Oh, don't mind that. That's just one of my minions' radios. They like listening to music. What? Have you never seen a fat cat before? Well, thank you. Flattery will get you everywhere in this part of the alley. I guess I forgot to mention it, but welcome to the Silk Glove Gang's den. Isn't it cozy? Yeah. Well, I say that somewhat sarcastically, but it's getting there. Just a little more spit and polish, and pretty soon it'll be a glistening palace just like the kind I used to live in before I fell on hard times. Oh, mine is a very dreary and sad story. I don't think you'd like it, but you were caught trespassing on my territory. I don't take kindly to trespassers, but you're lucky. I'm in a giving vein today, and I believe I will extend some mercy to you. Oh, don't get your hopes up yet, sweetheart. I don't do these things for free. I only run a charity on every other Thursday. After all, money makes the world go round. How much do you have in your pockets? And be honest, don't lie to me. There are many, many things that I hate with every fiber of my being, and one of those things happens to be liars. Now go on, empty your pockets, or do I have to empty them for you? I see. Well, it's not much. But again, like I said, I'm in the giving vein today. You're welcome, by the way. I'm only in the giving vein on so many days. But I believe we can find a use for you. What are some of your, skills, as it were? What are you good at? Are you good at conversation? What about interior decorating? Do you have an eye for rich and fancy and expensive things? Can you wash dishes? All right. Well, since you seem to have a little bit of skill and you don't seem to know what your highlights are, I guess we'll just have to wait until we figure out what you're very good at. So, starting today, you will be my human pet. Yes, you heard me right. I don't joke about things like this. You're going to be my human pet, so you might as well just get used to it and come to peace with that fact. And once we see how well you grow and bloom in Fortune's Avenue under my claws and tutelage, perhaps you can move up from being my human pet. Yeah, though. I mentioned before you are easy on the eyes. Why, you look positively adorable. I could just eat you all up. I'm teasing, darling. Mostly, anyway. But yes, being my human pet means you will be taken care of. You will be provided with all your necessities, food, clothing, expenses, and you will be given an allowance of, let's start it off at 35 gold pieces as your starting allowance, and you can earn more as you work your way up the social hierarchy. Yes, but you will be taken care of by me. You will be given private lessons in everything the Silk Glove Gang has to offer. After all, you're going to need to learn quick how to lie, cheat, barter, and persuade people. Oh, of course, you're joining the gang. As such, after all, you are my human pet, and I want to make sure nobody else touches my precious human pet. I don't like sharing. I never have. I don't like sharing my food. I don't like sharing my clothes. I don't like sharing the spotlight. Of course, the one time I am caught, quote unquote, back at those pageants, I'm caught, framed for something that I didn't do. But I'll get back at them. I'll make sure all of them pay. But yes, that's the basis of what being my human pet entails. Do you understand? Good. Now take this contract and sign your name. That way we're in agreement, and once we get all the paperwork preliminaries out of the way, we can begin your training. Yes, just sign the line right here. Once you sign it, then we can begin the initiation, I suppose is what you would call it. Very good. I like it when they're complacent and accepting now, then. Well, obviously, I plan to train you under my wing, but I also plan on having other members of our little family train you in all that you need to know. Here, have a sip of this strawberry blanc. Chardonnay? Of course you can, pet. I'm giving it to you, aren't I? Rewards? Well, I suppose you could be rewarded for good jobs, and for being a good pet, of course. Eat you? Well, now that's odd. Well, I usually reserve that as a punishment for those who disappoint me, as it were. I don't like being disappointed, as you know, and well, when people disappoint me, well, I have to set an example for the others now, don't I? Yes. But I suppose if you asked nicely, I suppose it could be a reward. Provided you do something extraordinarily good, you understand? Well, you now know what you're in for, yes? Now that you're one of the silk gloves. Very good. What a good pet. Well then, come along. It's time for your bath. Yeah. What fun we're going to have.